Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. Everybody is still wondering why my altcoin isn't doing well, right? We will keep discussing and addressing this, even though I've been doing so for quite some time on the channel, because many of you are still somewhat oblivious to the true direction of the market as a whole. Plus, that's totally fine. Listen, if you want to be successful in the cryptocurrency industry, or any other big financial area, you must learn. You should always be aware of what is driving the value of your assets when you invest. Market makers are it. However, cryptocurrencies can really make that huge upward move if a couple things happen in the crypto space. We will take care of that. To begin, I came across a post on X by Parabolic Pump that displayed the state of the coin market as a whole. From 2019 to 2021, we will have that accumulating era. After that, beginning in late 2022, there will be an accumulation phase. This is similar to what happens in the summer of 2022 and early 2023, and the current situation. The intriguing part is that all coins are only at the beginning of the font. At the moment, we are at around 17% on the 10th. That is his screenshot. At the moment, I'm thinking that this has fallen a bit. We might be down to about 1 trillion. There is still a long way to go, though. In addition to that, he published an excellent post about this. He mentioned that while some may consider us fortunate for purchasing the generational lows in 2023, the truth is that we have invested a great deal of time and energy into researching and ensuring that the coins we own are of high quality. Speaking of which, are there any old coins in his collection that he believes will continue to outperform Parabolic? What stage of the market cycle are we currently in? Well, I think it's safe to say that we've moved over the initial shock and are now asking the big question. The majority of investors have turned positive and are no longer demanding ridiculously low aims. Almost all cryptocurrency investors have come to the realization that we are now experiencing a genuine bull run at this point in the market cycle. We started discussing it at the tail end of 2022, so it's not new. Just a short time ago, this was not the situation. Many people were still used to the protracted down market when that happened. This led them to doubt the possibility of a bull run and anticipate larger retraces following rallies. But it was then. Now is different. In 2024, the value of all coins is going to skyrocket. What on earth are you doing if you're still a long-term bear? What you're doing is extremely risky. It's great news for bulls like us, even though bears are really just bulls masquerading. When bears eventually buy back in, prices will rise significantly because they will have to admit they were incorrect. Even the most pessimistic bears have faith in cryptocurrency. At least one bear will want to get inside. They are patiently for the ideal pricing. Even if you're a bear, there's still time to turn bullish before you reach that ideal price. Join the celebration, and the best is still to come. It goes without saying that the accumulation phase was the optimum time to purchase. In 2023, I have stressed this issue multiple times. This is not too late for you to comprehend that you are in a bind. We are still in the early stages of the season. You should just make a purchase in the coming weeks and then sell when the mania hits again, which should happen in about 6 to 12 months. Make smart investment decisions. It is critical to have faith in your oil currency. Another difficult hurdle is to actually sell when the cycle ends, lest you panic and sell when the market crashes, in the event that you make a fortune that changes your life forever, because you'll have developed an attachment to your coins by the conclusion of the cycle. They will likely be difficult to sell, as was the case when prices were low. The vast majority of investors are now demanding even higher prices. Enough said. Don't be a snitch. After a bull run, any correction in the value of a coin is devastating emotionally. The strategy is straightforward. After a coin has peaked, it is common for its price to correct by 90 to 99%. By now in the market cycle, you should have invested most of your capital. At the moment, I am completely invested in the market, having done so since the end of 2023. There are still some pumps that are sad, but there are still some pullbacks that I will let you know about. But by the end of 2023, I think the most of my capital had already been invested. Invested funds from fuel pumps. I'm not planning to pour a ton of cash into this market just now. I made a profit off of Barbara Godless in the summer of 2022 and even into 2023. Since they can just keep pumping, It will soon be more difficult to get good entries on any coin. Get in on the last round of altcoin buying. Then sit tight till the hype phase to sell. I will announce the date of my profit taking after the bull run concludes. I agree that this is going to be an incredible experience, and I wish everyone the best of success on their adventure. However, the situation is identical with Bitcoin at the moment, isn't it? We may even see a slight sell-off from here, as we recently witnessed Bitcoin wick to a new all-time high, and the weekly candle closure was exactly at the same level as the 2021 all-time high. Is it going to have a huge sell-off to some major lows, like returning to sub 60K? That's the main thing that's been on my mind recently. Will we be going back to the 63,000 to 65,000 range for the middle 60,000? Yes, we are clueless. Regardless, I believe that the inevitable pullbacks will not be as severe as many are predicting, at least not until we reach new all-time highs, which, even if we return to 2021, may not happen until much later. I see. Hence, the 2017 to 2018 record high is presented here, and we did fight to a degree. As an illustration, please, for the first time ever in November of 2020, we wicked over the all-time high. Regarding the market as a whole, I'd say this is comparable to the situation in November of 2020, when Bitcoin was battling with an all-time high and had multiple wicks. During that 3-week period, we only meander sideways. You think it would be too crazy for us to accomplish it at this moment? No. And if we consider the impact on the price, it becomes much clearer. To begin, although the first wick was approximately 18% of the total, the second week's wick was just 11%. Prior to that, there was a huge upward movement. At this point, we began to see deep wicks or pullbacks. Take this first large pullback as an example. It was about 31% in size. At the moment, looking at Bitcoin's position on this retracement from the candle wick, we're at about 4%. I can live with this in the near run if we stick to an 11% target, which would be about $60,000 to $1,000. In other words, we'd do something similar, where we retreat slightly within this demand zone. Resistance is being tested once again. In other words, this is the region with a population of close to 62,000. It will take weeks for everything to fall into place. But if we range here and push range a bit, we'll finally see the huge move to the upside. No, it will likely settle for a few hours before making that significant upward move. However, once that happens, we will patiently wait for significant pullbacks. Be watchful throughout. Profit from price increases, and ensure that we are paying ourselves now that XRP is being widely discussed. That is the end of the video. Much obliged for your time. Please subscribe to the channel and give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Muchas gracias. Depart.